any questions about this right here in general? I would say, before, I know some of you were kind of walking in, we talked about the commercial card. The commercial card is great for business owners that are startups or even they're existing, okay? It's a line up to 150K, okay? And this is great because, again, this allows you to get into the game, get credit. The biggest challenge, again, I talked about, 4 out of 5 business owners are denied access to capital, right? That's 80%. And we're not even talking about minorities, right? So this is a real problem. This is a real problem. There's not a level playing field in terms of capital. Well, my job is to try to, provide some type of insight and information that we do have alternative options out here. Now, some people may not agree with the options. Hey, I think that's this. I feel like they're too much rate, whatever it is. But again, if you're going to grow your business, you have to have some type of capital, okay? And you got to understand how to leverage that capital to really help grow your business. I think these are a lot of great options, to really get things going. Yeah. So, okay. Takeaway. Got a takeaway. Takeaway. Yeah, take Chris. Know your options, right? You got to know your options, right? I mean, again, at the end of the day, this is the information age. And I'm glad everyone that came out today, because this is, I really appreciate you all coming out to get this information and support, Mba Moguls. But it's, again, this information, it's no reason why we shouldn't, we shouldn't know. This information is out there. Whatever you want to know about, if you want to become a doctor, you can just go online and find information what doctors are doing to a degree. Know your options. Know what's out there, right? There's a lot of different alternative financing. Fintech is real big. Everybody's familiar with fintech and heard of that terminology? That's the financial technology, right? Financial technology is essentially, that's really where, everything is going to a degree. And that's alternative lending as well. Like, it's companies out there that provides loans to companies, right? You don't go into a traditional bank. You're not sitting down with a loan officer. Everything is basically online. They'll give you $50,000, $40,000, and they're looking at different data and analytics, right? And pretty much with the alternative financing, we're looking at different analytics, right? We're looking at industry. Okay, so because sometimes in a traditional setting, you may not get approved because everything in a traditional setting, banks says everything is about historical data. What have you done? What have you done? Like 2 years ago, what have you done last year? And again, and I get it because it's risk. That's the only thing they're basing it off of. But, a lot of businesses, that's especially like in technology, right? There's startup companies, there's innovation that's taking place, and people just need capital to fund those businesses, right? And they don't have a history. They don't have any historical data to really go on, and they're taking advantage of alternative financing. Okay, and so know your options, know your resources, research your options as well. Right. The number one thing is to really figure out what's the best for you. We have a lot of experts here: CPAs, business coaches, entrepreneurs, investors, and it's important to build a team around you to be successful. Just like in anything else, like in sports, great teams have great people around them. And as a business owner, you want to have great people and great resources around you. And I would say, certainly research your options and try to build a strong team. Leverage debt to continue to acquire assets, right? I mean, I think that's the number one thing. A lot of the mindset, especially clients that I ran into throughout my career, we're doing well. I don't really need any debt right now. And I understand. I mean, you may be doing well. But again, you want to be able to leverage capital, other people's money, the bank's money, to finance other projects or invest into your business or acquire assets, essentially, right? At the end of the day, if you're not acquiring assets, and that's what, I've learned, is that if you're not acquiring assets, if your money is not making money, right? Because your money is supposed to make money. That's it, right? Money is not really designed just to sit there. If it's sitting there to wait to make more money. Like, it's always, your money's supposed to be investing back into something, right? Specifically like, around real estate, like I said, I was listening to, a lot of different, real estate investors in reference to that is that, acquiring assets and income producing assets, and that's what we want to do. So certainly leverage debt to acquire more assets, and then find mentors around you, okay? Find mentors, people that's going to, who've actually walked the walk you've walked, or you're walking, people that have been there or people that, have information maybe you don't have access to. So, but yes, that's the takeaway, okay? And then a little bit of Q&A. I know Eric asked all the questions. Probably no questions left. But anyway, any questions right here? Anybody? Good, okay.
All right, so I'm assuming you'd be the point, just call you kind of with that stuff. Or
just call me.
Or is it information? All right.
Yeah, just call me, man. Just got my number. Again, now everybody may not fit into this space, okay? But, I know, I know that, like I said, Andre and Chris, they come across a lot of business clients, the type of work they do. And so, again, you never know. Somebody's going to need some capital. Somebody's going to need some capital. I mean, that's the great thing. That's what I love about what I'm doing, is that there's always going to be need for money. I mean, y'all may like, what is he talking about? Y'all may not need the money, but somebody's going to need the money, right? And I'm going to try to find capital for them, information that they don't, they're not aware of. Yeah,
so if you have existing business credit, do they still want to see your personal? Or if your business
well, it just depends on the solution, right? Again, when we talked about, like, if it's commercial real estate, when you talk about commercial real estate, of course, like, they're gonna want to see your personal financial when you talk about commercial real estate. But like the account receivable financing we were talking about, no. The commercial card we were talking about, well, they are looking at your FICO score, so I guess yes, to a degree. The term loan. I mean, a lot of times they will ask for some general information about your person, to be honest with you, right? Because they want to see, if you're, of course, you're a U.S. citizen, or, they want to kind of have some type of due diligence. And that's what it really is about, due diligence, right? Because again, lenders, it's enough risk lending into a business anyway, right? Because again, business is very seasonal, right? Revenue's here, revenue's down. Businesses go out of business every day. So, they want to do their due diligence. If they're going to be lending you money, they want to do their due diligence, making sure that, the risk is minimized.
All right, so go ahead.
Now, what is the, like, the approval time, like if you apply for?
That's a great question, Rashida. The great thing about the alternative piece is that that's what separates them from traditional settings, is that you can get deals quicker, 48 hours, funding within like 72 hours. So, it's much quicker. Again, a lot of times you find challenges if like the borrower, they're like, dragging their feet with the paperwork and stuff like that. But if, let's say, for example, you submitted a deal, let's say, let's just use, for example, the term loan, okay? You were trying to get a line of credit. You were trying to get a line, not SBA, because that's going to take some time, but like, say, a traditional line of credit. You submit all your paperwork in, underwriters review it, they make an approval. You can, within, I would certainly say within a week or 2 weeks, with something like that. But with the commercial cards, within 2-3 weeks, it's pretty quickly. Yeah. And we have merchant cash events. I was kind of talking with Eric about that. That particular solution, you can get that done. I had a client that was a barber shop. He was opening up a hair salon or a beauty salon for hair salon, in his shop, and he needed about $20K. He applied on a Tuesday. We was able to fund him on a Friday. So it was quick. I mean, $20K, 20 grand.
Yeah. So with the business, let's say they want to do